the stellar guest list that we see on the stage and in the room, and real support from the system here. We have our own history with your organisation, Phil, working in partnership with you and institutions across Pakistan to deliver University of London exams in their thousands each year. We are proud of that, and we're looking forward to continuing our work together. And I don't think anybody here needs convincing that education is an important part of the relationship between our two countries. 16,000 students studying for British qualification in partnership with this country's institutions. In December alone, I hope I'm allowed to talk about other institutions very briefly. We saw new agreements between institutions here in Portsmouth and Leicester, both signing new agreements. So this train is running very much with the University of London logo all over it, of course. And add to that the 45,000 students from Pakistan studying in the UK, the 1 million exams the British Council is proud to deliver each year, which helps students, researchers, accountants, teachers, and pilots, I discovered. We delivered the CAA exams recently that helped pilots qualify for their licenses, and many more people from backgrounds to achieve their ambitions and fulfill their potential. So these deep ties speak for themselves. Last month, we launched, during the visit of Baroness Chapman, the UK Government's Minister for Development, Phase 2 of the PAC UK Education Gateway, which is worth £10 million. It is co-designed, co-delivered, and co-funded by the British Council and the HEC. It is a patient investment in the future, focused on solving shared challenges, which include climate change and growth, building capability in both of our systems so that we can continue to grow the partnerships between institutions here and all 4 nations of the UK. So what this tells me is the pride and value which you all take in being associated with the university, its federation of world-class institutions, and therefore, I hope, the UK. Long may that continue. Long may the relationship between the University of London and Pakistan continue to grow. And here's to a mutually beneficial partnership between the UK and Pakistan in 2026. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Saad. Thank you, Team University of London. And thank you all.
Now I would request the Supreme Court Justice Aisha Malik, who's also our alumni, please to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. To the distinguished panel, to the members of this community, the faculty, alumni, students, and friends. I am greatly honored to be standing here today with an institution that is recognized for its academic excellence and intellectual rigor. I am an honorary alumni, as I was bestowed a Doctor of Laws last year by the university. And this doctorate has a very special meaning for me because it ties me to this university, this highly regarded alumni community, and to the core values and principles that the university imparts. While this reception honors each and every one of you, it is more than just a celebration of your own achievements. It is an opportunity to reflect on your continued role and responsibility because you were educated not only to succeed, but to carry forward standards into spaces where standards matter. Today, we are all reminded by the speeches we have heard how education is not just about achievement, but it is a responsibility, especially those who have the privilege of being educated from such a globally recognized institution. We all know and understand that education does not end with graduation. It continues through contribution, through service, through professional, civic, and personal life. To an alumna, it is to assume a continuing obligation to the institution's education, its values, in the life of a nation. They don't just transmit knowledge. They create spaces where ideas are tested, where critical thinking is cultivated, where leadership is prepared, and more important, where people are skilled and prepared for their future. As alumni of this university, you are now leaders in law, leaders in education, leaders in public service, in business, in technology, and the list is endless. You influence perceptions, you influence values, and how we are recognized as people, as a community, and as a nation. So think of your responsibilities and think of the legacy you wish to leave behind. To the young members, the fresh graduates of this gathering, you have a lot of energy and resolve. Be creative, be respectful, find purpose. I encourage you to remind and engage, to act with care in spaces where it matters, and to influence those and use your education to help build systems and serve the public good. Support those who follow, lead with responsibility. Make sure that your experience and your education makes a difference, not just in your life, but in the life of many others. Justice is not just confined to the courtroom. It is reflected in your home, at your workspace, in public spaces, and through the people. So it is reflected in the way we all coexist. This is the burden and responsibility that each and every one of us carry. At a time when the change is rapid and there are complex challenges, your contribution is necessary and relevant. As an educated community, you are not only agents of change, but you are the stabilizing force which shapes the way that we will look at our tomorrow. Thank you.
We didn't have this in the schedule, but Ali Khan Sahab, if you want to say a few words, more than welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. I'm a graduate of University of London. My path was a bit of a zigzag because I was basically a student of science. And I did my civil engineering from the University of Peshawar. It was, I think, one of the best decisions which I took in my life. The advantage which it gives to the third world countries, the developing countries, that all those students who can't afford to go to London in their first or second year, they have the opportunity to study the same degree which the students who are actually residing in London and studying from esteemed teachers and personalities like my brother Phil, Pro Vice Chancellor, and his colleagues and the teachers who teach there. So in studying in Pakistan, living in Pakistan, and getting the same degree with which you can practice then in all the Commonwealth countries, it's a great opportunity. I really enjoyed studying University of London Law. Many of my colleagues were 5 or 6 or 7 years younger than me. I was a Lala of the university. So I would humbly submit before His Excellency, Pro Vice Chancellor Sahab, that if the University of London can, if they can start sort of a scholarship for the top students who can perform best in the first year, and they can give them scholarship for the second and third year, and if somebody wants to opt out for bar, then if they can be supported there, some sort of a scholarship, it can give an opportunity to the middle and lower middle class students. I'm a middle class student. So it can give the opportunity to the middle and lower middle class students to study at par with those people who are, sorry to say, but sort of belonging to the elite class. So knowledge should not be restricted to the elite class only, because everybody in Pakistan can't go to London and can't afford even University of London studies. We are all on the same page. Everybody wants to study. Everybody wants to get a good degree. And you cannot get a better place than University of London, sitting here in Pakistan, getting one of the best degrees of law, which can open new vistas and avenues for you to perform very well in the future. Thank you so much.
I would now request the Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Adiala Jail, to say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Sayyid Yusuf Zada Gilani Sahib, Acting President of Pakistan, Her Ladyship Justice Aisha Malik, Mr. Phil Allmendinger, the Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of London, Mr. Osama Malik, who's the Director for the Directorate of Legal Education, Mr. Harun Rashid, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Ms. Amna Sheikh, Member of the Provincial Assembly of Punjab, the distinguished guests, representatives of recognized teaching institutions of University of London, Mr. James Hampson, Country Director, British Council, Mr. Saad Wasim, who's the Regional Head of South Asia for the University of London, and one of my teachers, Mr. Emir Bilal Sufi. I'm really honored and privileged to be speaking to this august gathering, not only as an alumnus of University of London, but over the years I've also been self-appointed honorary brand ambassador for the University of London. So I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for always giving me this opportunity to speak at such gatherings. And thank you for your commitment to the field of education in Pakistan. And this journey of University of London, which spans over decades, has only grown over the years. And I would like to pay my compliments to your entire team for not only promoting education in Pakistan, but for also innovating and for bringing in new modules. Last time we were here, Introduction to Pakistani Law was introduced as a module in the LLB course. And as we just spoke about technology, I think this is a hallmark of University of London, that we have seen great improvements and innovations over the years. There is great focus on research and development. And we see improvements with every passing year, and not only with regard to the UL program in Pakistan, but the world over. We were very fortunate that when I was studying as a law student, we had a very distinguished faculty. The teaching centers in Pakistan matter a lot because they are your ambassadors, they are your representatives in Pakistan. So it's very, very important because the coursework is there. There is a lot of focus on research and development. There's a lot of focus on imparting education. So the faculty also matters, and one must focus on the faculty. And I stand here before you as a proud alumni because this degree from the University of London not only helped me enhance my capabilities, but in the different professions that I've been, from a lawyer to a civil servant to a minister now, it has greatly helped me in serving my people and serving my country and serving my community in Pakistan. So I remain grateful, and I assure you on behalf of the government of Pakistan that whatever we can do to promote these programs further, we are at your beck and call, and a lot of work is already being done by the Pakistan Bar Council, by the British Council, and also by the government of Punjab, the government of Pakistan. We really need to do some hand-holding of the local institutions as well in order to improve the quality of education in Pakistan. And you've set some very high standards, which are very hard to meet. But I think there should be an outreach program which you're working on already. And you would always find us one step ahead in promoting these programs. And it's been a very short stay for you, Phil, in Pakistan. And I hope that you will be able to come again with more time on your hands so you can witness what Pakistan is actually about. Because seeing is believing, and being in Islamabad, surrounded by the serene beauty of the Magala Hills, I think it's one of the best capitals that you would ever visit. So next time when you come to Pakistan, I would encourage you to visit other cities and see the resilience of our people and see the culture and traditions that we hold so dear. And at the end, I would not take much time. I remain at your disposal for any service that I can provide to my alma mater, the University of London, which has a tradition and a history of centuries. And thank you very much for organizing this gathering. And thank you for all that you've done for Pakistan and for the field of education in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Now I would humbly request the chief guest for today, the Honorable Acting President of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, to please say a few words. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Mr. Atta Taran, Federal Minister for Information, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mr. Phil, Justice Ms. Aisha Malik, Mr. James Hampson, Mr. Saad Wasim, Country Head, University of London, the University of London Regional Head for South Asia, Professor Phil, Pro Vice Chancellor, esteemed members of the University of London Delegation, members of the Parliament, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is a profound pleasure to welcome the distinguished delegation from the University of London to the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. I extend my warmest greetings to Professor Phil and his esteemed colleagues. Your presence here this evening represents far more than a diplomatic courtesy. It symbolizes a bridge of knowledge, aspiration, and partnership between our two nations. Distinguished guests, the University of London stands as one of the world's most prestigious institutions of higher learning. For nearly 2 centuries, it has nurtured some of the finest minds across continents and contributed immeasurably to global progress spanning 13 spectrum of human achievement. Pakistan takes immense pride in the fact that numerous distinguished Pakistanis count themselves among the accomplished alumni of the University of London. These individuals have excelled in public service, law, medicine, academia, business and diplomacy, carrying forward the values of rigorous scholarship and critical thinking that your institution embodies. This shared heritage forms the bedrock of our partnership and inspires us to strengthen these ties further. What makes relationship particularly meaningful is the University of London's enduring commitment to Pakistan through your international programs of recognized teaching centers across Pakistan. You have provided thousands of Pakistani students with access to world-class education. This transitional educational partnership has democratized learning opportunities and enabled our youth to compete on the global stage while remaining rooted in their homeland. For this sustained engagement, Pakistan is deeply grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to speak candidly about education in Pakistan today. We stand at a pivotal juncture in our national development. Despite the resolve of our people and the dedication of educators, the education sector continues to face deep structural challenges. Pakistan is one of the highest numbers of school-age children who are not enrolled in formal education, with significant gender and regional disparities that disproportionately affect girls in rural areas. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the government declared a national education emergency in 2024. Understanding the need for bold action, ensure equitable access to schooling across the country. This declaration reflects a renewed commitment to expanding inclusion, strengthening learning systems, and improving educational outcomes through coordinated federal and provincial governments. The National Education Policy Development Framework 2024 lays out a comprehensive roadmap of systemic reform, emphasizing access, quality, and flexibility across all levels of education. Federal initiatives such as the Benazir Talimi Wazaif program have provided conditional support to millions of children to encourage continued participation in education. Our challenges by climate-related disasters, including the floods of 2022, which caused extensive damage to educational infrastructure and disrupted learning for thousands of children. The experience of such shocks has reinforced the need to build more resilient and adaptive education systems capable of withstanding environmental and social disruptions. Honorable guests, I have had the honor of serving Pakistan in various constitutional roles over several decades, including as a federal minister, Speaker of the National Assembly, and Prime Minister. Across these responsibilities, education remained a central national priority. During my period, steps up were taken to expand access to higher education, strengthen scholarships opportunities, and promote academic freedom as a cornerstone of knowledge-based society. The establishment of new institutions, including the University of Swat, reflected our conviction that education is the most effective response to conflict, extremism, and underdevelopment. As Chairman of the Senate of Pakistan since 2024 and presently serving as acting President, I remain firmly convinced that the education diplomacy is among the most enduring instruments of international engagement. Unlike political arrangements that may change with time, educational partnerships create lasting human connections rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and exchange of knowledge. The Senate of Pakistan has consistently exercised its legislative and oversight mandate to advance education through focused deliberation on access, quality, and governance. The Senate had advocated for sustained and protected investment in education. We remain clear in our belief that investment in education is not a cost, but the foundation upon which all national progress rests. Distinguished delegates, education today transcends classroom walls and national boundaries. In our interconnected world, where technological advancement reshapes entire industries within years, where climate change demands unprecedented global cooperation, and where artificial intelligence promises to redefine work itself, nations that invest in knowledge and skills are the ones that prosper. Pakistan has embraced this reality. Our recent approval of AI Policy 2025 and the Digital Sector Roadmap 2035 till 2035 demonstrate a commitment for preparing our youth for the digital economy. Our IT expense overreached $3.8 billion. In recent assessments, growing at approximately 20% annually. The innovation ecosystem is maturing rapidly. But technology alone is not enough. We need partnerships like one we celebrate this evening. We need institutions like University of London to help us build capacity, transfer knowledge, and inspire excellence. Your engagement in Pakistan through degree programs in law, business, economics, social sciences, and computing has already created pathways of opportunity for thousands. We now seek to deepen and expand this collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, I am encouraged by the University of London's continued commitment to Pakistan and your interest in exploring new dimensions of partnerships. I am confident the visit by Professor Phil and his distinguished colleagues will open new avenues for collaboration that benefit not only our institutions, but most importantly, our students. These young people represent Pakistan's future. These young people, they carry the hopes for their families, communities, and nations. When we invest in their education, we invest in Pakistan's prosperity, stability, and global standing. I call upon the stakeholders to facilitate and support such partnerships. International collaboration should not be seen as competition with local institutions, but as complementary strength that raises standards across the entire educational ecosystem. Honorable guests, as I conclude, I wish to express deep appreciation for University of London's historic and ongoing engagement with our nation. Your continued presence here demonstrates confidence in Pakistan's academic potential and our shared commitment to excellence. I also commend Mr. Saad Wasim, your regional head for South Asia, and all those who have worked tirelessly to strengthen this important relationship. Educational partnership requires dedication, patience, and vision, and you have exemplified all three. To our distinguished guests from the University of London, I wish you a most productive, enjoyable, and memorable stay in Pakistan. May you discover the warmth of Pakistani hospitality, the richness of our cultural heritage, and the boundless potential of our young people. May this visit mark not merely a continuation, but an elevation of the partnership between our institutions and nations. I look forward with optimism and confidence to witnessing this enduring partnership reach new heights in the years ahead. Together, through education, we are building bridges that will stand for generations. Thank you very much.